Hey, I didn't know the stream ended, you guys. It still said I was live. Are you guys here? I hope you guys, I'm sorry about that. I had no clue. Let's see. All right, can you guys see me? Let me know you can see me. I thought it was suspicious that you guys stopped chatting all of a sudden. Hi, Lord Drag, how's it going? It still said I was streaming, like Streamlabs was like, yeah, you're streaming. Hi, Terry, how's it going? Yeah, I don't know why. I thought you guys got suspiciously quiet. I was like, what's going on here? I have no idea when I lost you guys. Christy asked me if, the last chat I saw was Christy said, do I include the waistband measurement? That's about it. So weird. It's like when I told Streamlabs I want to end, and then I forced quit. It said, are you sure you're still alive? I'm like, no, I'm not still alive. All right. Well, I'm sorry, you guys. All right. Where did I lose you guys? Do you remember? What was I doing? How far had I gotten? Like, I'm not going to go back and watch my video right now. So just tell, if you guys know about where I was at with adjusting the waist or the hip. Lord Dreg, I got a Twitch affiliate invitation. So thanks. I don't know if you guys were here on Saturday and kind of boosted my chat and my viewership, but awesome, thanks. All right. I'm going to wait to hear from you guys to see where I'm at as far as, thank you. I know, it was so exciting. I mean, most of my viewers are on YouTube, but it's still like, you know, I really love Twitch, so special place in my heart. So, all right, let me reload all my YouTube things here. I've got to, YouTube changed everything, and I kind of really hate them for it because it's a lot more button clicks now. So it says my stream status is okay. That's so rude. All right. I had just measured the front rise. That was so long ago. Okay. All right, well, I'll just quickly start from the beginning. Okay, I had to make any. Okay, awesome, Sophie. All right. Okay, so just in case this ends up being the only video I keep uploaded, I'm making the Ash Jeans today by MeganNielsen Patterns, and these are a stretch jean. I'm going to cut and sew a muslin first, which means I'm making a prototype. Strongly recommend you use actual fabric to make a prototype when you're doing stretch jeans, because you really kind of need to have the exact same stretch or really similar so that you fit them properly, right? Because you're spending all this time and energy in getting this custom fit. You really need to make sure you're using the right fabric. So I'm going to make myself a pair of jean shorts as my trial. And what I did was I took 3 measurements on my body before streaming today. I took my front rise, which has a total between waistband to waistband of my undergarments from front to back. And then I took my I took my waist measurement on that same line, and I took a hip measurement about 2 inches below that. Now my natural waist is smaller and it's up here, but I took those measurements because I had my undergarments as like a guide to see where I want to measure from, right? Because that's pretty consistent. And then I measured the jeans. So I have taped together my back yoke onto the back jeans. I just kind of folded up all the bottom part to keep it out of my way. And the purple line is the line I have decided to go with size-wise. Hi, Eliza, how's it going? We lost the stream, but I'm just starting over again, so you really haven't missed anything. So I highlighted my size. I'm going to go with a 34 inch. This pattern in particular, the printed one, goes to the 36. Here's the pattern we're working on. And I have also included the pocket facing right here to fill in this little missing bit of the front pants, right? So I need that to do some measuring. Let me make sure Brooke's not texting me again. Now, she was all worried about me. I put my phone on silent though. I really need to keep it in front. So I measured the front rise. I got 9 inches. I got 14 inches for the back rise here. That includes the yoke, but I take off the seam allowance. It does not include the waistband. The waistband is about a little over an inch, inch and a half. Hi sheepies, how's it going? Is that Lisa? That's Lisa, right? I can't remember. So the waistband is about an inch and a half tall. So I'm just like, when I do measurements like this, I like to keep it really consistent in my head what I am referencing. You can pick whatever reference points you like. For me, I'm going to leave off the waistband in a lot of my calculations because just knowing it's there, it's a fixed amount. It's not something that is going to vary height-wise. I just know that that's there and I can add it. So I have the back rise at 14. I have the front rise at 9. So the total rise is 23 inches plus the waistband, which is about an inch and a half on front and back, by the way. So, you know, we have gotten over my undergarment, right, by just a little bit, which is great, right? We want to cover up the panties or undies. I know that word triggers some of you. All right, Nancy. Yeah, I know the video is black and the audio is silent. Refresh it, Nancy. Can you refresh? You probably can't hear me. Tell her to refresh it, you guys. I'll tell her. I'll tell her. So, refresh, you guys. Yeah. Thank you. I spelled refresh wrong. You know what? I hate my freaking keyboard on both my computers. And in Twitch chat, I look like an idiot with these keyboards. I just need to get new keyboards. It like hesitates. It does extra buttons. Anyway, okay. So let's do the math a little bit. So we have 19 plus 14 is our 23 inches for the total rise. I don't want to put my ink there. So total rise, 23 inches plus waistband. And the waistband is a curved waistband. See? So curved waistbands are really great if you have trouble with gaping at the center back waist. Hi, Lisa. You have 2 windows open. Are you guys seeing me? Okay. Hi, Melanie. Yeah, I don't know what happened, you guys. Streamlabs said I was live, so I'm really sorry. So I'm just kind of going over everything to the point where I may have lost you, just in case I just keep this video up. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's so frustrating, you guys. I need a web lackey. Okay, so the waistband on these jeans is curved, which is just one way of doing a waistband. The way I like mine usually is I like denim on the outside, lining on and denim on the inside. I also like it straight, not curved, and I like it to cut the length grain of the fabric. But most of the time, waistbands are cut on the cross grain to give you more stretch. Sometimes on the bias, but that doesn't give you a whole lot of extra stretch when it's already a stretch woven. So there's really no point in taking up all that fabric unless you want the look of the bias. So you can always just do a curved waistband, which will give you the look of the bias right at the center front where it overlaps. So let's see what else. You can cut your waistband with a seam at the center back if you want to minimize any stretching or provide more structure. There's lots of ways to do a waistband. There isn't just one way. So I would experiment. Sometimes it makes all the difference. Curved waistbands are really great for the gapping in the back waist because, you know, it's curved around the body, which means it's flaring here and tapering at the top. But there is, at center front, always a right angle to your waistline, right here, okay? So the top of the waist is going to be a little smaller than the bottom, which is good to note, right? So we could measure the waistband to see what this waist measures, but you have to remember there's also going to be your fly facing behind it, so your waistband's going to overlap. All right, so let's measure our waistband. We'll take off the seam allowance in a second. Let's put it on the fold so we don't have to measure the whole thing. In general, the center back is going to be in a different spot. So let's actually line it up so that we can remove the fly facing amount. That way we know about the actual waist measurement of the waistband. I think it's about right here. So you see this extra sticking out right here? That is your fly facing. Awesome. Yeah, you had a hard time logging in. Something must have happened. I don't know what happened. So frustrating. You know, we were on such a good roll there. Everyone was like really into it. And then I was like, you guys are really quiet and you're making me nervous. Nobody responds. I'm like, okay, yeah, I think you guys aren't there. All right, so this is 18. And that is the seam allowance right here. 5/8 inch seam. I'm using my curved ruler here. We could just look and see, like, does this line up? Okay, so here is the notch. This is a good check. So that's only 5.5 inches right there. 5.5 inches. Oh, because that's not the waist. This is the waist. I mean the side seam. Side seam's over here. Yeah, 9.25. Okay, yeah. So this is it. All right. So that's how I double checked, right? I know the video quality on Twitch is so much better, isn't it? All right. So I folded my waistband on the center back notch right here. And I'm going to take the measurement of the shorter side, and that should be the waist circumference. And you're going to want to do it at the top. Down here is where it matches the waistline. Okay, so do it at the top here. You'll see how much smaller it is. And let's mark my waistband so you can see where I'm going here, because this is my size right here. I get lost in all of those lines too. You are not alone. All right. So I get 17.25, which is 34.5. That's pretty good. That's a little bit smaller than my waist. So hi Kara, how's it going? Yeah, Nancy, I think it's Lisa that had a lot of trouble logging back in. The ash jeans compared to the gingers. Hi Katie, how's it going? Happy hump day. Woo woo. Me and my friend always do that. It's probably lost on you. How do they compare to the gingers? That's a good question. They're a close-fitting jean. They are a mid-rise, whereas the gingers can be really low or really high, depending on which version you pick. There are 4 leg silhouettes and lengths. So you can get modern slim, skinny jean, flare, or wide leg. I was just going to do the wide leg because I was thinking that was straight cut, but it is pretty wide. So I decided to do the, what is it called? The modern slim leg. We'll see. I don't like things too close because I don't like them getting hung up on my socks, shoes, stuff like that. My calves. But it is nice that you have all those versions, right? I don't know what is going on. I wonder if it was me. You like the mid-rise. Yeah. So this one is going to end about right here on me, which is perfect. So you're kind of over the blurp, you know, and then, you know, it does seem like it's not too low rise. So, okay. So we have 34.5 inch at the top. Down here, it's going to measure closer to 35 3/4. So it is going to taper a little, which is great. We don't mind it tapering a tiny bit. We don't want gapping, all right? So we're going to stick with that. For the hip was a little bit closer. So this is where I was at when I realized I lost you guys. So I'm going to add about 1/4 inch to my side seams, which is going to give me an extra inch in circumference. And I'm going to do it about 2 to 3 inches down away from this waist seam here. So right here, I'm adding the 1/4 inch right here to this. And then I'm going to taper it to the leg. That's what this blue line is. I need to add it to this facing here, which is the pocket facing, but which finishes out your pants right there. You know, you need this little piece. So I'm trying to get it less, you know, kind of drastic here. So we kind of went out. I was going to do 3/8. I decided against it. So it's kind of hard to see it. This is my line. This is my line. This is my line. And we'll just shave it off a little if it does create a little bit of a bump. You have to find another pattern, Lisa. What jeans pattern do you already have? Because you can add to your rise. If you already have a jean pattern that you really like, just add to your rise. You know? You don't have to buy another pair. Just a thought. All right, so I added another 1/4 back here as well. I'll use the blue ink here. I still have my yoke on here. And then I'm tapering it to nothing at the waistline. And then I'm going to smooth it to the side seam here. All right. I know my lines are all over the place. This blue line is the key right here. This is what I like to do when I start getting a little bit confused. All right, we need to make sure that this piece also has the same line. So what you can do is you can fold it back like this. You can transfer it with like pinholes. I'll just fold it back like that, okay? Oh, the Morgans. Yeah, the Morgans has the button fly, right? I think Sophie said that they do come in plus sizes or curvy sizes, is what she said. I missed the comment. And then someone else said that they're expanding their size range, but these do only go up to 36, the printed pattern for the waist. 36-inch waist. So I'm doing like 2 sizes below the top, I think. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Malin, exactly. Yeah, you know, I think the ginger jeans that you've seen me make a bunch are the low rise. Hi, Christy. I know. I don't know what happened. It still said I was live to me. Like in the bottom of my Streamlabs thing, it just said, it gave me the option to end the stream. I was like, and I did, and it was grayed out for a really long time. So then I force closed it and was like, are you sure you want to do that? You're still live, and I wasn't, so. Oh, cool, Lisa, you got the right, yeah. Yeah, so I think like those ginger jeans that you've seen me make a bunch of, they were low rise, and I made them into mid rise. Oh, no, they were high rise, and I made them into mid rise. Because I was like, what the heck, you know? So. All right, so I think I'm feeling pretty good about this. So, so Christy, I kind of went over everything again because I may just keep this video so we don't have 2. I really liked what we talked about in the beginning of the other one, but you know, I don't need too many videos about this. So I got it back to the point where I think I lost you guys. So no, the stream blurb was on something between us. I don't know. It might have been, I got an error from Mob Crush as well, which is where I see you guys. So I'm not sure what happened. I wish I knew. That's happened to us a couple times now. That's twice, right? Where I think I'm still streaming, it says I am, and you're like, you're not there. So, okay. So now I'm going to cut out my muslin in denim, not in muslin at all. All right. I got some fabric that is similar in stretch to the fabric I'm planning on using. I'm still kind of on the fence about having a pair of black jeans. I'm not typically someone who wears black pants. It's just, I don't know why. I like them a lot. I've bought 2 pairs, but I never wear them. All right, let's get my hip curve out of the way here. Okay. So let's see here. So only change I've made was I've kind of bumped out the hip a little bit. Yeah, I know, exactly, Ray. Yeah. I know, the whole stream just went down. It wasn't anything you guys did. Yeah, and then I was like, wait a minute, it doesn't look like I'm streaming. And then I looked at my phone and Brooke's like, where are you? Okay, so let me get my other pattern pieces out because I'm going to make my muslin fairly proper. Like, meaning I'm not going to skip steps because I feel pretty good about... I'm not going to do the coin pocket. I'm not going to do the leather patch. I'm going to do the pocket. I'm going to do the fly. Back pocket. I'm not going to do the belt loops. I'll add them later if I really want, but I'm not going to right now. I'm kind of hoping Karen joins the stream today, K.E. Ridley, because she won the giveaway. And I don't think she's seen my message quite yet. All right, so let's do the pocket because we might need to adjust the pocket pattern, the pocket lining, to reflect these changes. So look at this. You get 2 pocket options. You get shallow and deep. So really you need to make this adjustment right here on both of these side seams because remember the pocket is in the side seams. You know? We'll just lay this on here. Maybe look at this as the fold line right there. Yeah. So this is the fold line of this pocket and it generally will extend past this facing piece. This corner piece right here should line up perfectly inside this corner here. All right, I'm gonna line up the notches. Why does this go further than this already? That's kind of weird. This already goes, what the heck? Maybe this notch is off right here? It's kind of weird. All right, well, we're just going to line this up corner-wise. I don't know, Christy. That's a good question if there's any coupon codes or deals. Do you guys know, is MeganNielsen Patterns, is she from New Zealand by any chance? Or Australia, maybe? No, Lisa, I would definitely do something. You can do something like denim, but just make sure it has about the same stretch. So if you're making stretch jeans, you're going to need to use a fabric that's really similar in stretch. Yeah, so unless you're doing like, she makes a pattern called the Dawn jeans, D-A-W-N, and those are not stretch. You'd have more options for muslin. That's what I thought. She was in Australia. That's awesome. You might look around. This was my needle sharp subscription box I'm finally making, so that's why I have it. All right, I'm just looking at my piece here and trying to line it up. It's still kind of not that great right there. I'm not that pleased with that change. All right, fold this in half. My pen markings look really bad right now. It's your fold line notches. Hi Lynn, how's it going? So the rise ended up being pretty good. So I measured the pants and they are 23 inches without the waistband. So then when you add the waistband at the front and the back, which is a little over an inch, like it's like 1 3/8, that's 2 3/4 to that. So that makes 3/4 of an inch, the rise of the jeans, 3/4 of an inch longer than the measurement that I took earlier today. So that means it's like a little bit above my underwear. Always a good thing, right? Now, whether, so the thing we don't know about the rise yet without doing a bunch of measurements and analytics and stuff, which we could do, but really, since I'm making a muslin, I'm not going to. And that is where it distributes, right? Because we all know just because I measured the rise at 25 inches, it doesn't mean that the 25 inches is where I want it, right? So this is like the front of me and this is the back of me. What if the pattern does this, right? So what if the rise is really low in front and really high in the back, you know? But what we can trust is that she says this is a mid-rise jean. You can look at the model on the cover. It's not really, really low on her, so we're gonna, fingers crossed, since we're doing a muslin, figure out that where the distribution of the rise is on the body is pretty balanced in line and what I'm looking for. So that's where it's at. Here, let me, this pocket lining is like tissue. Man, tissue is so hard to deal with. Look at that, it doesn't really like line up right there. There we go. Okay, so now we have our changes. This is out of our pocket lining fabric. Yeah, Katie, she sure does. I totally agree. You know, most fitting issues are separating out, like, for me, they're separating out what I want to look like in real life and what I can look like, you know? So, and I think you know what I mean. Can I get that piece there? Maybe not. Yeah, I can't. I think you know what I mean. Like, I feel like my biggest struggle when I would sew for other people was that they really wanted to look a certain way that they couldn't. And I do this to myself all the time, right? I think most people do. They see something they really like. They see how it looks on the model and they're like, yeah, I want to look like that, right? 4 3/4. 4 3/4. I'm just trying to get this. I mean, it's my pockets. I'm not too worried about it, but you know, we'll go for the deep and then we'll see how we like the deep. I could use a few more weights on this piece. I think home sewing is, you know, you're either trying to get clothes that fit you because they don't fit you the way you like, and learning to be a lot more honest with how something fits and what we measure, right? Yeah. Right, Katie? I know. The lining is just a lightweight cotton fabric that I've used for a blouse before. Yeah, Katie, I know that one so well. I'm just going to mark my fold line. I don't even really need to because they just go like that. I don't really need any of these notches per se, but we'll just leave the pattern piece with it. Yeah, so it's like, this gal looks so cute on the cover of this pattern, right? We're not losing pattern pieces today because of my air conditioning. And do I look like that? No. You're playing, yeah, right, Nancy? I know. It's all about proportion, you know? Like, I feel like I really like proportion, and so maybe I may not look like that person, but at least I can get a proportion I like, and maybe make the top blousier, so, and then maybe roll up my cuffs of my pants, you know, do things like that to kind of help. All right, I'm going to set aside all the fussy little pieces for now. This is why I am so also about the home sew catwalk that I've been doing. Like when I finish a garment and then I walk with it. I really hope that eventually people start doing something like that, because especially I want pattern companies to do that. Because I don't like the fact that we can't tell how something is going to fit unless we can't tell how something's going to fit unless we see it in motion, right? And we see the back of it. And on other body types, right? Okay, so let's see if I can get, I'm pretty sure I can't get to both across. Oh, here, let's take off our yoke here really carefully. All right. So I'm not sure I can get my, it'd be really nice so I could use the least amount of fabric. Yeah, right, Christy? You know who has a really great tutorial on how to use Instagram stories is the Sew Over 50 account, and I think it's pinned in their highlights. So if you go to their profile and look at the little round buttons going across the top of their feed, one of them I think is on how to use stories, and I found it really helpful. My friend Brooke taught me a lot. Yeah, right? It just helps. Yeah, yeah, right? Are you gonna model your undies? All right, so we can get them in here like this. So I think I'm gonna measure around my leg. I want my shorts to be a little bit far away from my leg, you know? So let's see if I can. I don't want them tight, you know? Let's see here. Okay, 20 and a half, and I'm gonna do like a 4-inch inseam. 4-inch right here, and maybe I'll do 6-inch. I'm just checking because I know it's just a muslin, but I kind of would like these to be pretty usable. Okay, those are bigger than my leg. Yeah, right, Christy, I know. That's me in Snapchat. Yeah, exactly. It really helps people. I know, it really helps. Okay, let's look at my grain line. So I'm gonna look at the grain line. You know, you probably can barely see, but my grain line is this one here. And we'll look at the fold of the fabric. So one thing about cutting denims is they're typically a twill weave. I've said this before, but it bears repeating. They're a twill weave. So if you don't cut your pants really well on the grain, what you can get is your pant legs twisting. I have one pair of jeans where one leg twists, and all day long I feel like I want to pull it around, and I can't do any, like it's not going, it hangs fine, but one of the inseams wraps to the front, like going towards my shin. So Good to know. All right, so actually this is not, I need to look at this here. I just randomly folded this up. It doesn't mean I folded it straight, so I'm going to fold it on the grain line right here, like this. I'm looking at it as if it's a actually cut the way I want, but let's cut off a lot of this extra paper right here so I can see my line. Like this. All right. We'll hide it back there. But we're going to line up the grain line right on top of itself. So the grain line's perpendicular to your hem. Yeah, so check out the Sew Over 50 account. They're catering to people who are trying to learn all that stuff as well. And they have a lot of really good information in there. Just looking for a good jean length. I'm pretty sure it's pinned in their highlights. And just following their account, they'll actually have information on it occasionally, stuff like that, how to do things. Because I learned a couple of tricks on there. I was like, oh, I didn't know how to do that, you know? All right, I'm just hiding all my pant back here so I don't cut any of it off. And if you see someone that's not like a huge account doing something, just ask them how they did it. Usually they're happy to tell you how, you know. All right, so this is my short pattern now. And I'm gonna do this. I needed to do it this way, didn't I? I'll just stick with that. All right. Let's look at the grain line. I'm just making sure it's parallel to the fold so that I get it as on grain as possible. It'll be less noticeable with shorts if I get it off grain. But you know, still a good goal to have, right? Okay. So tomorrow, in real life, I'm teaching, I mean, this is real life, I know. But I'm teaching a class here in town on the tamarack jacket. And so I may be cutting the stream a little bit short tomorrow. I have to be there at 1, or I have to start teaching at 1. I don't know how I'm going to do the stream tomorrow. Actually, what I was thinking is just going a little bit early, or just doing it Saturday and skipping tomorrow. I know you guys won't like that idea though. So, all right, I'm gonna add my little hem shape here. So I'm just gonna do like right there. Just giving myself a little bit. I'm not being that accurate right now. I'm just trying to cut out my muslin. Gonna wing a little bit of a shape right here. All right, here's my shorts. Let's put our markings on there now that I can flip my pattern pieces over. Now, once you have your jean pattern kind of dialed to what you want, then I would transfer it to some really good paper, you know? Yeah, me too, Lynn. I'm picking out fabric to make one in class. I just made myself a vest version of it because I've been wanting a vest. But I'm kind of debating, like, do I make another one? Because I wear my other one all the time, and, you know, I don't need a ton of jackets, right? I'm not going to do my double notch. I know that's the back. I don't need that notch. We'll do this one right here. Might go to the waist. Oh, this probably goes to the yoke. Doesn't go to the waistband. I always forget my yoke. Let's see. I think we got everything. Oh, I just need to take these off. This is how I'm marking my pockets. Oh, shoot. Dang it. There we go. There we go. Even doing, don't skip doing your pockets for your muslin, or at least draw them on with chalk or, oh, welcome. Wait, what did your name say? Matta Handmade? Welcome. Just make sure you at least draw your pant pocket back there, so you know it's going to be positioned correctly, because a lot of people find pant pockets to be too low. I'm going to look at this again. That didn't look straight, but sometimes it's an optical illusion because of the yoke seam. Yeah, so let's raise this up right here. All right, now I've got it. Okay, now, and then I just pinned from the other side like this. And like this, pull apart my pieces, and then secure my pins. Oh, wow, Lynn. That'll be so nice, though. Ooh, these are so small. Okay. I'll go back. I'll set my pattern over there. And let's see about our front now. I only ironed the denim at this end of this piece. It was a little wrinkly along the selvage. All right, so let's refold this hem. So I'm just doing a muslin of my shorts, right? Yeah, they do, Christy. But you know what? Recently I switched to using, because what I've been using for a long time are these really big quilters pins, because they come in a big box. They're really strong and they're really great for pinning big thicknesses. But they don't stay in the fabric as well. So I finally got some just regular old glass head garment pins. They stay in the fabric a lot easier because it's a smaller hole. It's a smaller amount, whereas these bigger pins, they're thicker. They kind of wiggle out. I always get glass head so I can iron them, you know. They last a little bit longer. All right, so let's do the inseam the same length, right? So that we have shorts that are the same. Hi, Louise. 31 people, what? That's a miracle, because we had quite a snafu with the stream crashing and I didn't even know it. It's great. Welcome, everybody. Sorry if you tuned in on the second half and I was a little rushed in the beginning, so I was trying to catch up to where I had lost everybody. So, oh, nice, Christy. Yeah, and that's why I also pin them all the way through, and then when I fold it up, I usually kind of fold it up so that the pins are inside, so I don't lose them. All right, so I'm gonna, like, this is my muslin, so I'm being a little casual and cavalier cutting it out right now, but, you know, I'm just trying to get a muslin. I did do some pretty good measurements on my total rise and my waist and my hip to see kind of where it's at. That way we know that we're fitting it close to what we want, right? Because this is a muslin. I want it to be pretty close. I'm not going to just do it willy-nilly. And now I'm going to make a pair of shorts. So this is where my back shorts are going to hit. I'm going to fold this, and I'm stacking the grain line on top of itself right now. I might be able to see it on the table better. There we go. Like that. Because I'm not going to cut my pants off, right? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it is a popular topic. Yeah, it will be uploaded on YouTube. You guys can pause, rewind, ask questions in the comments, and I'll probably see it and I can help you out. But I decided to kind of drag out this pair of shorts for that reason, because I know a lot of folks really want a good fitting pair of pants. And so I just decided to treat these as a really good project, because we've done this before. Like, if you've been in the stream for a while, we've done the ginger jeans 2 or 3 times, and you can look back. I did a series on jeans for noobs. You know, like, I just broke it down, and then we did the speed sewing where I just sewed a pair straight through, and I've just sewn a pair. So if you look on my website, sewsew.live, you'll find them all in nice tidy spots. You can find all the parts in part 1, part 2, the cutting and stuff like that. So it helps. And these were in my Needle Sharp subscription box, and from like the winter. So I haven't cut and sewn them yet, so it's time. And I was going to just cut and start sewing them tomorrow and finish them on Saturday like I usually do. I usually cut on Wednesdays, sew part 1 on Thursday, sew part 2 on Saturday. But I decided that I've never made the MeganNielsen Ash jeans before, so I want these to fit. So I'm gonna just do it the way I normally would. So why not, right? We're putting in the effort. I want these to fit. So right now I'm just measuring my grain line to the selvage to make sure that I'm getting them on grain. And then I'm just going to go for it. And I've been really surprised by how many people have made the Ash jeans, and really like excited. Like, everyone really loves them. Oh crap, I just cut off the amount I added on my hip, you guys. Wow. Wow. All that work. Well, now we will see if it's going to be enough. This is why you kind of want to have separate pattern pieces. Oops. Yep, exactly. Oh well. But at least we'll know. Right? Do I talk a lot about the crotch curve and the ginger jeans? You struggle with that? I did talk about it a little bit, Lynn, and I also showed a fitting guide that Closet Case Patterns puts out to deal with the curve and the rise. And I think I talk about it in the Jeans for Noobs one. So, pretty sure. But if you go on the Closet Case website, they have a downloadable fitting guide to pants and jeans. You just need to be a newsletter subscriber, and then you have access to download it. That's all. So, you're going to cut and sew your Needle Sharp giveaway box today, Katie? Woohoo! That's awesome. What's that, Nancy? What's your countdown to? Wait, did I miss something? Hello, Eileen? No, you know, I don't know what happened. The stream crashed. Yeah. So, Nancy, what's your countdown to? 4 years to go for something. Oh, is that retirement? Okay, so here we go. Here's our front. Let's see what markings we'd like to transfer here. We're going to transfer our zipper fly right here. This zipper fly is sewn different than the ginger jeans, and I'm gonna try and sew it the way they like to sew it. So if you are trying to follow along because you are making this pair of pants, I gotcha. I may even do a practice fly because I haven't done a different way. It's really similar. It's just a separate fly piece. So that's awesome. You guys in your retirement calculators. That sounds nice. My husband wants to retire young, and I was like, go for it. I'm still working. I'm not stopping. I like to work. If you want to call this working, then I'm good for this. All right, so here's my yoke. Let's see if I can get it out of this little piece right here. You see there's the grain line. Make sure that this little cut in this is fine. Now if these weren't a muslin, I'd probably make sure that I was cutting my pieces all going the same direction, just in case, you know. You never know if the denim's gonna look a little bit different. All right, where is my line? Okay, so here's our yoke. Yokes are easily sewn upside down, so I'm just going to pin that on there. Your husband keeps trying to add you. 25 years, right? Exactly. Absolutely, Deb. Please ask a fitting question. That is what live stream is all about. You can ask whatever you want. Yeah. All right, let's see what we have left here. We have our fly, which I think this is a fly shield or extension. So we need one of those, two of these, maybe two of these, one right side up, so these can be stacked on top of each other. And then we have our waistband right here. We probably need two of those. Okay. So let's do our back pockets here, and we'll do our fly right here. And then our pocket facing and our waistband. We're done. We're done. Except maybe the inner facing. I'll probably cut that today too. 2 inches, 2 inches. Ooh, there's like a jiggity jog in the hem there. I'm intrigued. It must be a rolled hem. All right. I saw a new podcast starting up called Stitch Please. It looks pretty good, and it focuses on people of color sewing, which I think is pretty awesome. I'm not going to mark those. I don't want to mark those little tiny. I can see them. See, when there's an actual point or a divot, you don't really need the notch. I can see my daughter's texting me, sorry. Ah, okay, Deb. You know, that is covered in that. Let me go get that little, I think I have the pamphlet really close by. Let me okay, you guys keep an eye on my pattern pieces. Don't let them fly away, all right? Be right back. Let me see if I can find it. Pretty sure I have it really close. Oh, yeah, here it is, here it is. I thought someone was walking in. Remember that day the dog walked into my shop? Scared the crap out of me. All right, let's see. So you're getting smile lines under your bum. Okay. That is in here. Okay, so there's this one right here. Let's see if there's others. Okay, so there's drag lines going like perpendicular across the leg right here. There's this one. And then these are a little more angled up. Can you see those? They're so light. Yeah, and this is that PDF download, Nancy. So this is one I was just talking to, I think, Lynn about. So you can download this on their website. And so if it's this one here, what they have you do, there's a fast method and then the proper method, which would be to slash the back rise and bring it in, right? So essentially putting a dart, right? So the quick way would be to shave a little bit off here at the rise right here. It's a red line. I don't know if you guys can see it. And then right here. So you're going to lower the rise a tiny bit and bring it in like that, okay? And this would be the proper way, just to slash all the way to the seam line and then slash all to the little seam allowance line and then close it a little bit. It doesn't give an amount here. I don't know why it didn't print properly, but if it's this style, completely different adjustment. You're going to scoop out the rise a little bit more and getting closer to like a perpendicular line there. Angled at both ends of the big bag in the middle. So maybe more of the first one that I was just talking about. Yeah, so this one makes it more of an L shape, and it makes room for the lower curve of your seat. Okay. There's this one. Full thigh. And you extend the inseam of the back rise. I'm trying to use the proper words here. This way. Okay. I don't think this is what you're talking about. So this is, and then there's like full calf. I know one of you likes that one. Knock knee, bow-legged. There's a lot of things. So my printer printed shipping labels. Like it's actually not a very old printer, but it printed so many shipping labels that the printing is like ruined, see? So this is called Common Fitting Adjustments for Jeans and Pants by Closet Case Patterns. And if you sign up for their newsletter, you can download this for free. So you might find it helpful. Other than that, I would experiment with some of those things. Like if you have a pair of pants, you can sacrifice, maybe make a cut somewhere that relaxes that, or pinching it out and seeing where that dart wants to go, and then kind of playing around with it. This is a tough area to fit because you have the cylinder of your leg going to the cylinder of your body, and then you have all kinds of other things poking out and coming in, you know. It's like, it's a lot. It's a lot to fit pants. It is hard. And at a certain point, you got to relax about it. Don't be too hard on yourself, you know? Bye, Kara. You're welcome. See ya. All right, let me cut these pieces out, and we'll sign off. All right, so I got my back pockets, right? So let's just cut this piece off here. Make these. And now I have one for each. I can see the grain line on this. It's kind of rare you can see the grain line on denim. It's kind of nice though. I can feel it when I cut too. It just cuts like butter. This is a cute little curve on the bottom. So you guys are really sneaky, and you've been donating when I'm not live, and I really appreciate it. And I'm not going to mention names because I think people do that to be anonymous. Did I lose my fly? You guys are supposed to keep an eye on it. But thank you. You guys have been amazing. I lost my fly. It's not that piece right there, right? No. What'd I do with it? I wish this kind of paper was magnetic, you know? I threw it away. Here you go. Yeah, I think she did make her Morgans. Didn't you make your Morgans, Nancy? She says she really likes them. I thought I was getting that one, and I thought it was going to be really helpful that I could sew those with Nancy, and I ended up getting these. You got the mustard? That's fantastic. That's pretty cool. All right, so I need, pretty sure 2 of these. Yep. So we are going to one, 2. I really loved reading your guys' sewing aspirations too. Ooh. This is making me want to cut out your pea coat. This isn't a pea coat. Did I get enough? Don't. All right. So I never, oh, look at that. I almost cut those on the wrong grain, you guys. Look at that. I didn't even see it. There it is. All right, so I cut this piece off and I didn't need to. That's a bummer. All right, so let's just cut out our facings and then, I don't know if they do, Katie, but the ginger jeans do. And you can watch me fail at sewing it almost every single time I cut and sew those. Oh, it's putting you in the mood for fall sewing. Yeah, I know, Terry, right? Yeah, that's the goal. Fall sewing is happening soon. All right. I'm gonna stick, right, it's the front that I accidentally cut my shaping off of, right? Dang, what a bummer. Would have been a good experiment. It's not that I don't think that this fabric can't stretch an extra inch because it's really stretchy. Ah, boyfriend cut, right. Oh yeah, you did the funky. I want those. I want the funky print. Did you see the that guy's pair of pants on the Sew Over 50 account today? He pieced together. I love the men who sew hashtag. He pieced together a bunch of wax batiks, patchwork style, and made pants out of it. They're pretty cool. I was like, I would want to talk to that guy. I would be like, hi, how are you? Let me see those pants. Those are awesome. Not creepy at all, right? All right, so I'm going to cut along the selvage here. This really pains me to do this. I'm not going to even hide it. I don't like that I just cut off that big old chunk of fabric. These are, the curved waistbands are just not the greatest use of fabric, but they do work really good. So let's see here. I'm going to cut off that so I can see. Yes, mountain views. You guys, you know what? We need another sew along. Oh, cool, Eileen, you did? Oh my gosh, you guys talked a lot. I was inspired to order big old pattern weights. Wooded handle, yeah, iron bacon presses. You got wooden handled iron bacon presses for your weights? That's genius. But you're going to be in the mood for bacon now every time you sew. That sounds kind of dangerous. I know, I am almost done, Eliza, but I'm just doing the muslin, so, and I hope you do pull out your mountain views. So you guys, we need another sew along that we all sew this time, or at least some of us. What are we thinking this year? The mountain views were so fun to do. That was a good first pair of pants for a lot of folks, I think. All right. Now I want to slide this down. Damn it. I want to use as little fabric as possible. I'm looking at my line here. It's kind of hard to see, huh? Maybe a shirt, a knit cardigan. Not to knit, though. You bought a mat that's magnetic in the middle and comes with 12 strong magnets instead of weights. Oh, really? Oh, like a big cutting mat? Perfect, okay. All right, so let's just give me some visual aids here. Right? Help yourself out a little bit. Oh, cool. The Berlin coat from Tessuti. No lining, uses boil wool. Okay. Oh, okay, okay. You want to sew a trench coat? Okay. I'm definitely going to be doing a couple coats. Bacon presses are much cheaper. That's cool. What a great tip. That's awesome, Eliza. I like the wood handle. One of my favorite of these is a wood handled one. I could be using a few more weights. It would be, I'd trust this a little more. All right, this. I'm always looking where I want to go, not where my blade is currently. The Tessuti Soho coat. Okay. Bye, Christy. Aw. Yeah, we do miss you when you're not here. But we're loving your underwear journey. What a weird thing to say. Yeah, so I, like, Hearts is like, hey, what do you want to sew? I'm kind of like, you know, what do you want me to sew? But I can definitely submit some suggestions if you guys have any. If they have the pattern. All right, which one of these is mine? Which one of these? That's the waist. I mean side seam. I keep calling it the waist. Shouldn't be any notches up here except right there, and that's great. That's great. I'm not going to do my seam allowance one. I don't need that. Let's do... So I think I'm going to start recording a few videos for the Patreon folks. I know a lot of you don't use Patreon to donate. And I want to be able to thank you guys. So if you guys are ever going to, try and do it through Patreon. That way, if I give you a perk, you get to see it. Because I would really like to be able to thank you guys. Because it's really awesome that you guys are supporting me. And I think like... what was one of the first ones I'm going to do? Oh, I'm going to do a special little video specifically on how to PDF print that's not tied up with like cutting and sewing another garment. And then other little things like that, like I might do just a welt pocket, just like little simple videos that are sewing step focused, like a capsule, right? Yeah, coasters are great too. I just like having a handle. And then you put, I thought you put your wine cup on them. Yeah, right, Katie? No, they literally start shipping the next day. All right, so let's look at our pattern pieces here. And then I wanted to show you guys what this week's giveaway is as well. All right, so we have our waistband. We have our fly. We have back pockets. We have a back yoke. We have a front. Right? I didn't cut the carriers. Belt loops. I didn't cut the belt loops yet. I might not. Here's my back pants. Here's my pocket lining. It's like Legos, right? You gotta stack it all up. And there's my back yoke. There we go, there we go. Okay, we got it all, right? We're ready. Oh, that's awesome, Terry. You just did your favorite one. Yeah, that's awesome. Oh, okay. Yeah. I think I've been really inspired by Christy doing all the underwear and bras lately, and I might go down that. I'm kind of amassing a little pile of supplies. So if some of you guys are interested in that, I've never really been interested in sewing underwear and bras, but I like how technical they look, but they end up being really simple to sew. And think about it, it's like such small seams and such small pieces of fabric that you're not spending a ton of time on things, except you might be flipping back and forth between machines. So that's good to know. So Tailor Made Shop has some beautiful bra kits. Cool. Oh yeah, the waist hearts packages. I know, Katie, it is kind of cute. Oh, cool, Barbara. Yeah, I think that's fun. I did a fox on one of mine, and if you're on if you go to my Facebook sewsew.live Facebook page, I did a stop motion on the foxes. It was pretty fun because I used fox fabric for the pocket lining, and I just saw that stop motion yesterday because I hadn't seen it in a while, and I just happened to see it, and I was like, oh, I forgot I did this. It's so cute. And I cut the little foxes out of the fabric, and they literally, the poses that were on that fabric, I cut each one out. They look animated. It makes me look so much smarter than I really am. That's awesome, Nancy. I wish I could do that. I literally was like The reason I'm getting fat right now is because I cannot find a jog bra. My husband just walked out. He was like, oh, I don't want to be a part of this conversation. But I couldn't, yeah. Anyway. I don't think I'll make jog bras, though. That kind of fabric is pretty special. Hard to find. Did you guys see my fabrics that I got in the mail from the Rain Shed? That was that ice cream print vinyl and the strawberry print is pretty cool. I accidentally didn't buy enough of the window insulation fabric. I somehow bought 0.6, not 6 yards, which is kind of a bummer. So, oh well. I'll see if they still have it. You couldn't use your trend. You misplaced your sneakers. That's hilarious. I need new ones now. I needed to get cooler. I just can't. I can't go at 5 a.m. And it would still be 80 degrees. Bye, Malin. Good night. Sleep well. I wish I knew goodbye in Swedish, right? Swedish? Okay, so tomorrow I will start sewing these. I might start a little early, so watch for me. Maybe like 10:30-ish to like 12, so like an hour and a half. We'll maybe do the fly zip and stuff, and maybe the front or something. I'm gonna try and do it. We had a grandson inside. What? He fits in your shoes. So yeah, so then we'll chip away at these this week doing the muslin, and then I will hopefully be sewing the real ones next week, unless you're like, I don't want to see this again. Let's sew something else, because I do have the Kielo wrap dress to sew for Hearts Fabric right now. So, all right, where's my pattern envelope? I've said way too much today. So here's the ash jeans. We are working on them, and we talked about fit today. I'm really sorry the stream crashed and I had no idea. I wish you guys could call me or send me a like honk a horn or something, you know, that would be really helpful. Oh, and then, so Karen is the one who won the giveaway, and she's usually here in stream and chatting and stuff. But I'm hoping she notices soon that she won. I'll mention it one more time. Yeah, I knew you'd like that, Nancy. And then this week's my last week for the giveaway, celebrating my 1-year anniversary here, and this is what I have. So you get another Chicken Boots Notions case. Oh, this is the market fabric, so there's like little critters selling, you know, blueberries and things. You get the loop turner that I really like using. I'm going to give you a Clover Chalk Choco Liner. I love this thing. You get a tomato enamel pin and the crafted hand sewing one from Hearts Fabric. The little pair of scissors I use at my sewing machine. I love these. And just as a joke, I'm going to give you a little embroidery kit because, you know, it's not that I dislike hand sewing as a rule. I love it. I just don't like doing it myself. But you get everything you need to do this little embroidery kit. It's really cute. I've seen it in person. You're going to get a see-through ruler. And I'm going to, I know Hearts gave me this bag, but I'm going to pass it along to you guys. So everything's going to go in there. It's my last giveaway. So this week, what do you guys think? What should our prompt be? What should our prompt be? I really should come prepared to class, you know. So you can enter to win through the end of this week, Saturday at midnight, which is the 31st of August, midnight Pacific time. I know this will be a fun one. Hopefully the ruler will ship well for you guys. Looks like the toaster sweater. Doesn't it? So, you're feeling lucky, Eileen. Woohoo! How do you feel about hand sewing? Could be a prom question. I know people who hand sew garments together. It's just more accurate. I mean, it really, like, the slower you go, the more opportunity you have to correct things, right? I don't know. I'll let you guys comment whatever you want. You can make a request. You can make a request for either a project like a garment or a bag, or make a request for a sewing step. You can tell me what you like in sewing. I know people do hand sew quilts. Exactly. I'm going to leave it open to you guys to just leave a comment. Just make sure you're subscribed to the stream on YouTube and like the video, and watch for a reply comment from me just in case you're the winner. And I'm going to pick it on like Monday next week. Actually, I'm going to probably pick it Sunday or Tuesday because I'm going to go somewhere on Monday. It's a 3-day weekend this weekend here in the States. So, yes, right, Eileen. It's actually spelled H-M-O-N-G, Hmong women. H-M-O-N-G. They are displaced people. I've spent a lot of time with them in Humboldt County because a lot of them ended up there, and we had a cooperative of women doing a bunch of hand sewing. I will not be teaching hand sewing. I'm terrible at it. You guys have watched me do that. Yeah, H-M-O-N-G. It could be spelled differently. Yeah. Yeah, the Hmong women. I know, it's amazing. That's where I learned the trick to put like 12 strands of thread through my needle, and then they only, like when they hand sew buttons on, they just do 2 passes, and that's it, and it's done. It's quick. You just have to have an eye big enough to hold that much thread and be able to handle it. Yeah, but you knew how to phonetically spell it, and that's what's important for me. I think like as long as we understand one another, that's what's important. Yeah, so okay, so don't forget to, you know, I keep hoping to pull you guys' names out of my wristlet. This is my hat that I pull them out of. Yep, and so, yeah. So, anyway. And thanks for bearing with the stream today. I don't know why it crashed. I don't know why it didn't tell me that it was not happening. I hate that feeling of uncertainty. You guys just have to like type in chat every few minutes just so I know you're there. That'll be my horn honk if I don't see you guys. So you're welcome, Mata Handmade. Thanks for joining us today for your first time. I really appreciate it. I'm usually here Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday at 11 a.m. Pacific. We usually cut today, and so Thursday, Saturday. Tomorrow I may start a little early just because I do have to be somewhere teaching someone else at 1. So it's kind of makes it quick. So we'll see. Sorry about that, guys. I didn't think about that when I scheduled it. I need to be there to set up, though, my machine and stuff, you know? So, and thanks so much for helping me get Twitch affiliate. That was pretty exciting for me. I really was, like, surprised that happened. I haven't seen a single, like, oh, yeah, cool. I'm just making sure. I was like, I haven't seen a single Twitch reply. I'm making sure it's still there. Aw, Nancy, no worries. No, it's awesome. Talk all you want. People are hoping other people talk sometimes, you know? Ah, Sophie's there. Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, thank you so much, you guys, for coming. The streams have been fantastic lately. I really appreciate it. And I love doing this with you guys. So I will see you tomorrow by maybe 10:30-ish. All right? 10:30 a.m. Does that work for you guys? So a half hour early. I'll be here a half hour early. Okay. Yeah, you're welcome, Katie. Yeah. Oh, I'm so glad, Ariel. Thanks for coming today. A lot of first-time streamers today, viewers today, and I really appreciate that. And if you're new and you want to talk and chat and you can't figure it out, you just need to create a channel on YouTube. That's their word for account. Or you can try Twitch. Twitch is a little more straightforward. So, bye, guys. Hasta mañana, iguanas. I'll see you tomorrow.